Welcome to our video series on ASL numbers. The tapes divide ASL's many number systems into three broad categories. Each tape contains several number groups that fall under each of the major types. You will notice that parts of the series have no English voiceover translations accompanying the signing. This is done to help you focus on the visual nature of ASL. It will allow you to attend to the way the signs are made without being distracted by sound. There are several ways you can use these tapes to improve your understanding and skill with ASL numbers. You may wish to do informal study at home with others, or the tapes may also be used to supplement formal instruction in the classroom. Or you may just want to watch the tapes for your own enjoyment. Each tape is organized into three sections. First, a new number type will be introduced with explanation and demonstration of the way the numbers are formed. Throughout this section, you will see examples and excerpts taken from deaf models engaged in conversations using numbers. Each excerpt will contain some background information or the topic of conversation, so you may see how the numbers are used in a particular context. The next section of each tape will have three different activities to help you practice and refine what you have learned. More detailed instructions for the substitution drills, multiple choice items, and dialogue practice will appear later on in the tape. The third section will present samples of complete text by individual signers that demonstrate how numbers flow in natural discourse. You know, we all use numbers every day. They're so much a part of our lives that we usually don't think about how to say them. For English speakers, learning ASL numbers may be especially challenging. There are only two major classes of numbers in spoken English, while ASL has many systems and patterns to learn. This series should help you sort out the rules for ASL numbers and lay a foundation to further develop your language. Nevertheless, a videotape doesn't take the place of real interaction with speakers of the language. We hope this series will help you become aware and more comfortable with numbers and add to your appreciation of American Sign Language. This tape focuses on incorporating numbers, which combine numbers with existing signs to show how many units and the type of unit all in one sign. Sometimes this process changes the base sign or the way the number is produced. The first type is used when talking about cents, as in money. This is the basic sign for cent. And now see how we incorporate 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents and 5 cents, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a dime. Also, 25 cents or a quarter, 50 cents, and 75 cents. When you do not combine, fingerspell cents, as in 33 cents. Remember, a penny to a dime, 25 cents and 50 cents and 75 cents are the most commonly incorporated ones. Please watch the next example. Next, we will look at units of clock time, minutes and hours. First, minutes. Usually we incorporate from 1 to 9 in the sign. Notice the way the signs are produced. In more informal contexts, you might see this type of production. If you're signing at a distance, you can drop the based hand and sign this. When you're talking about 10 minutes or more, the number sign and minute sign are separated. Here are two excerpts from our signers. For hours, the same principles apply. We incorporate 1 through 9 into the basic sign for hour. Some signers use this variation. As with minutes, you sign the number and sign separately when you go above 10. Other time units incorporate numbers too. Calendar time, such as days, weeks, months, and years, also form a separate subgroup. As with the other time units, you may incorporate the numbers 1 through 9 into the basic sign for day. For 10 or more days, use 2 signs. The pattern is consistent for weeks too, up to 9. These signs can be modified to show regularity by repeating the sign rapidly. This would mean every 2 weeks. Notice the facial marking. Adding forward movement shows future. A movement back expresses past. Watch the examples. It is important to add here that when the future or past movement is added to the week sign, you should only incorporate up to 5. For 6 to 9 weeks, add separate signs for future and past. Incorporating numbers into the sign for month follows the same pattern, limiting the combination 1 through 9. Note this variation between 6 and 9. As with the previous set, these signs can show regularity by rapidly repeating the sign. Notice how the sign location shifts slightly with each repetition. Here are some more excerpts from our signers. This group, number plus month, is different from number plus week in that you may not incorporate future and past movement into the sign. The tense is shown with a separate sign at all times. Numbers do not incorporate into the sign for year, except for a unique set which relates to years in the past. This is a special case, and the signs do not show the base sign for year. This set includes 1 to 5 years ago. Note how they are formed. Now look at some more examples. Moving away from time, our next set is in the area of sports. In games such as football and basketball, players are identified by jersey numbers. In ASL, the player's number will be made on the signer's chest. The number is produced its usual way, as we discussed in the first tape, but the location is different. Remember that for numbers 1 to 9, the numeral type is used, with the shaking motion. If a two-digit number has the same numeral in both slots, the palm will face down. If the number normally has a twisting motion, retain that movement. The numbers 1, 2, and 3 can also be combined with the sign meaning more to express the idea 1 more, 2 more, or 3 more. There's also a special form that doesn't use the base sign, but means the same thing. Here's an example in context. In this tape, we've talked about numbers that are incorporated into signs. Now it is time to practice what you have seen. For substitution drill practice, I will begin by signing a sentence containing a number. Watch the sentence carefully, and then pause the VCR and try to sign the complete sentence you saw. If you need to review, just rewind the tape and watch the sentence again. Try to remember the whole sentence. Then, sign it. Continue playing the tape, and you will see a number on the screen. Pause the VCR again and repeat the same sentence, but this time insert the new number. Continue playing the tape, and you will see me model the sentence with the substituted number. You may go back and repeat until your sentence correctly matches mine. Continue until all the sentences have been signed. There are examples provided for each number type covered in this tape. In this multiple choice section, you will see me sign 3 sentences in a set. In each set, only one of the sentences uses the right type of number for the sentence. 2 sentences are incorrect. Try to select the correct sentence. After you have made your choice, you will see the correct response on the screen. Repeat this process until you've completed the entire multiple choice section. In this section, you will have the opportunity to create your own responses to questions. I will ask you a number of questions. After each, pause the VCR and try to sign an appropriate answer. After your answer, continue playing the tape, and you will see someone sign their own answer to the question. You may pause the tape and copy their answer. If you have difficulty coming up with your own response, then imitate the answer provided.